We're live at 5, Broadway.com.
Yay! It's March 2nd.
Is it?
It is. I'm Beth
I'm
Stevens.
Paul Wontorek. And oh my God, Melissa Manchester's here.
I'm
so excited. She's in town. She's doing Feinstein / 54 Below tomorrow and Saturday. And she's awesome. So we're very excited to have her here. But we're going to talk about the news first.
Yes, well, happy opening to Significant Other.
Yes, opening night.
Tonight at the Booth Theater.
Yeah. Have you seen it on Broadway?
I have.
I haven't seen it on Broadway yet.
It's really amazing.
But I love this play. It's a great play, great cast.
Gideon Glick is doing a fantastic job leading it.
Lindsay Mendez.
All our favorites.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
It's a great cast. So
congratulations, happy opening. Hope
Break the leg, everyone.
Good time.
We have some fun news.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, well, in Chicago, Daniel Breaker, who just left the Book of Mormon on Broadway, he was there for a couple of years, is taking over Aaron Burr's.
I saw that.
On April 11th.
God, that Chicago cast is really like a hot cast, right?
Hot cast. He's replacing Wayne Brady.
Oh, yeah.
So that's amazing.
Cool.
We have some news about Roman Holiday. Are you excited for that?
You know, this show hasn't really been on my radar. You know what I mean?
We wrote about it, but it's just sort of been in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's all actually happening. It's coming together.
It's actually happening. So Stephanie Stiles, who's someone I don't know,
newcomer,
and Drew Gehling of Waitress.
Can't wait to meet her. We don't know her.
Stephanie, we know you're watching.
Yeah, Drew Gehling.
Drew Gehling. They will be playing the leads. And, of course, everyone knows the movie, right?
Well, do the kids know it?
I don't know. Do
They
kids,
should
do you know
get
it?
Isn't it going to be, it's all Gershwin classics?
It's called Porter.
Oh,
but similar. And there's Mark Rooney is directing.
Right.
And Mark Rooney, who directed Beautiful on Broadway. It's going to play San Francisco beginning on May 23rd. Also in Beautiful, Jared Spector is part of the cast, as is Sarah Chase, who people now know from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yes, true, but she had a Broadway
She's got a Broadway background.
Yeah.
She's got a theater background.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Dreamgirls in London.
What about it?
Cast recording.
Oh, really?
It's a real
cool.
thing. It comes out April 14th, but you can pre-order it now.
Okay, I will.
So go pre-order it. Go press that button. Let's stay with us for a few minutes.
No news yet about coming to Broadway with that show?
No.
It's going to happen soon. They're probably waiting for like all this spring stuff to happen, and then they'll announce next year. Right? Dreamgirls, it has to come
we're just ramping up this season, so we'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
We'll get to Dreamgirls.
Also in London, Kenneth Branagh is getting a special Olivier. Oliviers will be announced. We'll have their big ceremony on April 9th.
The nominations?
The nominations come out, I believe, the 10th.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Next week?
Next week,
okay.
yes.
Cool.
And also in London, lots of London today. 3 new girls are going into Matilda. Remember Matilda?
Yes.
Still playing at the Cambridge Theatre in London.
We used to have Matilda on Broadway.
We did. I miss it, but now we're going to have Groundhog Day, so you can get your Tim Minchin fix right here.
Good segue.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Also, there's going to be a concert in Chicago. Stand Up, Sing Out.
I know. Isn't Melissa Manchester going to be at that?
She is.
Good timing for this announcement.
That's on March 20th. Also, some other little-known people like Chita Rivera, Alice Ripley, those types.
Yeah,
those types.
It's good. It's a good group.
It is good. Thoroughly Modern Millie.
We like that show.
We love that show. That's
going to be back to Broadway?
Perhaps.
Not yet.
I don't know.
Not yet.
But it's going to be at the Goodspeed, starring Taylor Quick. But the part that I'm excited for, because I don't know Taylor Quick, I'm sure she's amazing.
Apparently Taylor's done it all over the country.
Oh, okay.
So she's a seasoned Millie.
A seasoned Millie. Loretta Abel Sayer, who is a Tony nominee for South Pacific, is going to be Mrs. Mears.
She was fabulous.
She's going to be great.
And we love her. She's so nice. And
such an awesome woman.
So we got to go to Connecticut.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Basically.
When does that start?
Me?
April 12th.
April 12th. So
East Haddam.
We'll be driving
beautiful
up.
Goodspeed Opera House. Maybe we should go like a company field trip.
I'm ready. Can I sit in the front? I get car sick. Okay. We have our Play That Goes Wrong Media Day.
Right. Ryan Lee Gilbert went and met the cast. And J.J. Abrams, who's like
Super
Hollywood
fancy Star Wars
producer, director. He's producing on Broadway.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And Ryan asked them all what went wrong, in their
and people watching this, you always ask about onstage mishaps. So
this
video is for you. It's an entire video of onstage mishaps. Just sit back with your popcorn, just get through, hear all these horrible stories about actors going through it,
voices,
and enjoy.
Breaking legs, that sort of thing. Really breaking legs, not like break a leg.
I'm really excited to see that play though, because I haven't seen it. It's been playing every time I go to London.
Right. Well, there are a lot of versions of it. There's Peter Pan Goes Wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like
there's other things going wrong.
I wonder what other versions will make it here.
I think things are going to fall. I don't know. We have a fresh face with Doreen Montalvo.
Montalvo.
Oh my God.
She's great. I remember her. Remember we first, I feel like, noticed her in The Heights.
In The Heights.
She was in the ensemble in The Heights, and now she's having a great...
stepping out front in On Your Feet.
Yep. She's been in the ensemble of On Your Feet, but now she's playing Mama.
Gloria
Stefan's mom.
Gloria Senior.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a really nice video, and it's beautiful pictures too. We also open night pictures from the Sweeney Todd
Oh, right. Yeah, that
production
opened.
downtown.
Yep. Sondheim was there.
Sondheim was there. Bernadette Peters was there. Because wherever Sondheim goes, Bernadette Peters goes. That's how.
Bernadette Peters has been, doing the rounds with the Sondheim
I love it. I
revivals.
want her to be at everything, so that's great.
You know what's funny? On my Facebook last night, there were a lot of my Facebook friends were there because the press. Theater press.
Yeah.
And they were all at the party, and they were taking, like, stealth, not very stealth photos of Sondheim from, like, afar.
Yeah.
It was really awkward. I was like, just leave him alone.
No, don't leave him alone. Take pictures of him.
We like having his shows around.
We have our penultimate, that's a big word, you can look that up, episode of Let's Have Lunch with Michael Xavier. That's fun. He asks the cast
I haven't watched it yet.
to offer up their British accents, because he's a Brit, but most of the cast is not. Wait, just look for the Glenn Close moment.
Oh.
And look at what she's wearing. It's pretty,
I saw a photo of this
spectacular.
moment. I saw a photo of the moment. It's worth it. Check it out. Check it out.
Spectacular. Also, we have the 6 Degrees Media Day that we talked about yesterday.
Yes.
That's up today as well.
Is that it?
That's it, because Melissa Manchester is here. It's very
Let's
exciting.
get to the Grammy winner. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Melissa Manchester.
Oh, that is peculiar.
Target.
Nice.
Yes, easy Target purchase. Look at this. This CD. This is actually your 20th.
It is.
20th studio album, right?
Yes.
And it's fabulous. I've actually been listening to it all day, getting ready for you, just grooving with it.
Thanks.
So good. And I love like, when Melissa Manchester makes an album, you get great guest stars.
Yes.
It's like everyone wants to be involved.
Well, not by plan, I assure you.
I mean, who doesn't want to be involved with you? Hi. I'm so happy you're here.
I'm happy to be side by side with you.
And you are, so you're in town to do, and how often are you in New York?
When I'm invited.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you were invited.
Thank you.
So 54, you've played 54 Below.
Several times.
Okay.
I love that room.
You do. You love that room.
Love it.
What do you love about it?
Soulful. I love the red sconces on the wall.
Beautiful, right?
And the booths and the proximity. It's all good.
Yeah.
And I love the wait staff. They're fantastic.
They are. You know what? They are. But every time I go there, I know so many of them now. And
well, it's sweet because when I sing "You Gotta Love the Life," which is what I end my show with, I wrote it as an anthemic tribute to my walk as an artist for 45 years. I've been doing this for a long time, and because they're all on their way to whatever their goal is, they all sing along as I'm leaving the stage. It's fantastic.
I love it.
So touching.
And you're a real New York girl.
I am born in the Bronx, raised in Manhattan.
Bronx girl.
88th and Broadway, apartment 4C.
And didn't you go to like the School of Performing Arts and all that?
On 46th
And then,
Street.
but like when you were in high school, like you suddenly got like a publishing deal, right? You were writing music.
I was a jingle singer when I was 15.
It got real really quick.
Yes, and I became a staff writer at Chapel Music when I was 17.
Crazy.
I studied songwriting with Paul Simon when I was 18, and I started making demos when I was 15, and I co-created the Harlettes with Barry Manilow for Bette Midler.
Wait, pause.
Toots in the
This is
Middle,
really important to me.
6 months.
This is a really important
topic.
The Harlettes. The Harlettes, as in Bette Midler and the Harlettes. And I saw a photo of you as a Harlette.
Yes.
Yeah. The Harlettes, this is like, I love whenever I get anywhere near a Harlette, because to me this is like so iconic, Harlettes. What was it like back then, backing up Bette?
The historical context was this. I was behind and to the left of Bette, and I saw her transport this marginalized audience into an instant community. She sang "You Gotta Have Friends," and suddenly the gay community knew that they were not alone.
Yeah.
And this was before AIDS, and people still trying to find their place in the larger society. And she was always a friend, and brilliant, and she remains that today. And now she's going to be Dolly.
I know. How do you feel about that?
It's
so major though
fantastic.
that she's doing a musical. I mean, we're all losing our minds. I mean, this is like something we've been waiting forever. So, Can you thank her for me? Thank you,
will.
Beth. Thank you. And also, that also reminds me, I am a huge fan of For the Boys.
Oh.
You're in For the Boys.
Yes.
You're in it.
Yes, I sing Hoagie Carmichael's song, Billy a Dick.
Yes, Billy a Dick,
girls.
Billy a Dick, Dick. Yeah. Yes, that's one of my favorite, like, driving shower songs.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. And I have a dream that For the Boys will become a Broadway musical.
Well, that's a good idea.
I thought about it. I mean, I have a lot of ideas for it. So I'm just throwing it out there. I like to put things out into the world.
Right.
Check it out if you've never seen it. She's fabulous in it.
Thank you.
And it's big period. It's great.
Very, very.
Yeah, you got the period hair and everything. So what kind of things do you do at Feinstein 54 Below?
Well,
you do a lot of stuff from this album.
I do some stuff from You Gotta Love the Life. I'm working on a new project called The Fellas. 20 years ago, I created an album called Tribute, which paid tribute to such many of the great women singers. And The Fellas is my follow-up. It took me 20 years, but whatever.
Oh, wow.
And so it's a tribute to Sinatra and Tony Bennett, Nat Cole, that crowd. So I'm working on some of that stuff on stage. I'm also singing a song from my musical Sweet Potato Queens.
Yes, I want to talk to you about that.
And you know, the thing about 54 Below is that the audience is ready to take the ride with you. Actually, wherever I perform, people are ready to take the ride. And I have lovely videos of friends, precious friends that I've worked with and loved along the way.
You also wrote I Sent a Letter to My Love.
I did with Jeffrey Sweet, who's done a primary
it's a
stages.
great musical.
Thank you.
So yeah, you definitely have sort of dipped your toes in the Broadway world.
It is the addiction that I'm not giving up.
Oh, it's an
addiction. There are not
addiction.
enough steps in the world to
I
get
love
over
it.
this.
I love that you're addicted to it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I've written for Disney as well. I
Right.
wrote for The Great Mouse Detective and Lady and the Tramp, and that's, I mean, that is musical theater, you know. So
what is Sweet Potato Queens? Because this was done at Theater of the Stars, right?
Yes, it was done at Tuts. It was beautiful. And great, hysterical, wonderful audiences. Sold out. The place was fantastic. It's based on the writing of Jill Connor Brown, inspired by her, but the book is written by Rupert Holmes, lyric by Sharon Vaughn, and I composed the score. It's about Jill Connor Brown and her gang of friends, and they're all bright, and they're all wonderfully alive, and all going nowhere in the middle of Jackson, Mississippi. And this takes place in 1982. And she finally realizes she has to be in charge of her own dreams, so she dreams as large as she possibly can, which for Jackson meant that she went into a pawn shop, she was very tall, drank water, bought a size 24 green chiffon cocktail dress, stuffed the tits with enough cushioning for 15 good teddy bears, because white men would be interested in that, and stuffed the tush with a lot of cushioning, enough to make a good-sized sofa, because the black men would be interested in the booty. And so she and all of her girlfriends dressed that way with large red wigs, large tiaras, large sunglasses, climbed on top of a flatbed truck, and at the end of their St. Patrick's Day parade, went like queens through Jackson, Mississippi, throwing actual sweet potatoes.
I love
and
it.
so she wrote this first book called, she's had, all of her books have been New York Times bestsellers, but in the end of this first book, she said, and if you're not doing anything next St. Patrick's Day, why don't y'all come down to Jackson and be part of the parade? And 100,000 people showed up.
Wow.
Oh, yes. So there are movements of the Sweet Potato Queens all over the world.
Okay.
And it's about, really in its essence, it's about doing good, but it's about remembering to play, the power of play, which I think is delightful. And it was wonderful to see the queens from different parts of the world come to see the show, and they were all dressed up. And the husbands that were schlepped and didn't know what they were in for, they were screaming and cheering by the end of the evening.
Well, that's a good sign.
Oh, it was fantastic.
If you get the husbands, you're in.
That's it.
So you're still working on that?
Yes,
Awesome.
yes, exactly.
Great.
Yes,
Great.
I'm waiting for
You know, actually, you just reminded me, and we were talking about Bernadette Peters. You did the Song and Dance National Tour.
I did the national tour. I took over for Bernadette.
Yeah.
I called her and I said, "Is this a glorified concert?" I was so naive, and she said, "No, this is real acting."
And an accent.
Yes, and an accent.
A British accent.
Yes, yes. I studied with a dialectician at Juilliard, actually.
Wow.
Richard Maltby brought me there, and
Wow.
it was incredible.
I was looking on your website, and I love you. I love you at those little like journal entries.
Yes.
And I love it when you just wrote about Betty Davis.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course she's in the news now because of this Feud TV show, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a really sweet little story. Look it up. Look on her website.
When I finished the tour of Song and Dance, which I thought was going to kill me because I'd never worked so hard in my life, and I had a 15-month-old baby at the end of the tour. His father, my parents, and I was pregnant with my second child. Souvenir! But, so we decided, my friend and I, to hold a black and white New Year's Eve party.
Right.
So everybody dressed up, and it was really festive and lovely. And I was standing in my backyard in Los Angeles, and my ex yells across the yard, "Melissa, Betty Davis is here!" And I said, "I don't know a Betty Davis." He said, "No, not a Betty Davis, the Betty Davis." And she held court, and she was fantastic. She was this big, with a black hat, with a veil, and smoked.
Amazing.
Was very patient.
And then she went on the Tonight Show
She
a couple of
did.
days later,
Yes.
and he said, "What'd you do on New Year's Eve?"
And she said, "I went to the Valley.
I was
I
with
was
this
a
one."
fabulous party." Melissa Manchester was thrilling.
It's like one of those iconic Tonight Show appearances.
It was really incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it must be crazy when you just like think back about the things you've experienced.
That's why I share my stories, because I can't even believe this is my life. So it's lovely to share it, and
Yeah.
the videos show the people along
What was
the
it like
way.
to win a Grammy?
Good. It was good. It's amazing.
And you won in a good category too.
Well, it was-
amazing ladies on that list.
Yeah, it was an unexpected song choice, because I've been known as a balladeer,
Right.
and suddenly, you should hear.
You
She
should-
talks
Hush
about
talks
you.
about
wow.
you, which, yeah.
But
You should hear what she says. I'm not gonna do it. Sorry.
and but
Not with you.
no, but it exploded the audience, and widened it and broadened it. It was great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, and you also it's sort of historic that you went on the Oscars, and because you sang two of the nominated songs.
I did. I had 2 songs that were nominated that year, and so I wore my first Bob Mackie gown and very high heels, and the director thought it'd be a really good idea for me to walk down 2 flights of stairs as I'm singing without a banister. Ta-da! And I'm thrilled that you never heard my knees knocking. That's all I have to say.
Did you watch the Oscars this year?
I did.
Is it just me, or did the Oscar? I feel like the Oscars. Forget about the whole ridiculous thing that happened with Best Picture, but I feel like it used to just feel a little classier.
Well, I thought the women looked stunning this year. I thought the gowns were great. I thought Justin Timberlake, I thought the opening was great. I thought all of the tchotchkes flying down from the air was fantastic. I thought the tourists coming in and meeting, are you kidding me? Brilliant. I just thought the whole thing was, and then the end happened. They were so close to being perfect. But
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Yeah.
la-di-da.
Yeah. So you enjoyed the whole showbiz
I did.
thing, that whole thing.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It was real good pageantry. It was.
What was the first Broadway musical you saw as a kid that made you fall in love with Broadway?
The first musical I was taken to was My Fair Lady.
You started with a good one.
But I used to go, my father used to take me to the dress rehearsals at the Met Opera because he was a bassoonist there.
Right.
So I started out with with the Olympic version of theater. But theater was, it was always what we did, and it was what we sang, and it was what we listened to. But it started with My Fair Lady. Yeah.
Cool. And do you like try to see shows now? Like when you're in town, you're trying to see anything?
I do. I saw a wonderful play named Kunstler by my friend Jeffrey Sweet, with whom I wrote I Sent a Letter. And tonight we're going to see The Great Comet. And I'm very excited. And then I do the 2 shows tomorrow and 2 shows Saturday. And then I leave.
It is
for
2
LA.
shows. It's
is
7
2
and 9:30.
That's exactly
So
right.
tomorrow and Saturday, 7 and 9:30. There's 4 opportunities to see the fabulous Melissa Manchester. It's really such a treat to have you here. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
coming.
my
I
dear.
love it. I'm going to go watch Billy a Dick immediately after this. Thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow live at 5 with another fabulous guest. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.